Okay, grade 9. We are still under the topic cell as the basic units of life. Right. I have these handouts. On the textbook, you do have some of the this information. However, I made handouts which summarizes everything. So we are still under the topic cell as the basic units of life. However, today we will be looking specifically on what? Specifically on plants, a plant cell, and an animal cell. So, looking at those two, I will display this as a chart. Okay, so this is my chart. So we have a plant cell, because we discussed that during our last lesson. We discussed the cell. We do know now what is a cell. So I did mention that we have a plant cell. We also have what? An animal cell. However, today we'll be looking specifically on the animal cell and also on what? On plant cell. We'll be looking at the differences between the two, and also do look at the what? At the similarities. For instance, a boy and a boy have what in common? Have what in common? Anyone can tell me that? Yes, a boy wears trousers. Yes, some girls nowadays they wear they wear trousers. However, let's mention something that is of physique. Okay, girls have breast, men have chest. Okay, my boys have beard. Some but some they don't, because now you are still in grade 9. Some of you, they haven't reached puberty, right? Okay, so yes, those are what are differences. So today we'll be looking specifically on the differences between a plant cell and as well as animal cell. So looking at this in our chart display, on my left, which is your right, we have an animal cell, and on my right, which is your left, we have a plant cell. So the difference between these two is that let's start with something that is similar. Something that is similar, we have a cytoplasm in both of these cells. So a cytoplasm is more like a fluid, jelly-like thingy on a cell. However, remember we said that these can only be seen under what? Under microscope, right? You cannot see them using your naked eye. And then we have both cells have what? A nucleus. Both cells have a nucleus. Both cells. What is a nucleus? A nucleus is specific on a cell. And then we have a cell membrane. It's the outer covering of what? It's the outer covering of a cell. Then we have a mitochondria. Then those are what? What I just mentioned are what? Are the similarities between the plant and an animal cell. Now, who knows the difference between a plant and animal cell? Who can tell? Who can guess? Before we can read further. Okay, plant cells have what? Yes, plant cells have what? A cell wall. Who can take a guess? Anyone else? What other difference between plant and animal cell? Yes, a plant cell has what? A chloroplast. If I can ask you, a chloroplast is made up of what? Oh yeah, for sure you don't know that because you are still in grade 9. This is just an introduction of a plant and animal cell, excuse me. So, a plant cell has a chloroplast, has a cell wall. In addition, it has what? It has a cell membrane. It has a vacuole, a large vacuole, as you can see on my chart over here. So, plants and animals, yes, they have something, they have a positive relationship. How? We all know that plants manufacture their own food. That you will learn that in details you did learn that on grade 7, the basic manufacturing of food, using of photosynthesis and all that. However, here we're just looking at the relationship between plants and animals in terms of the cells specifically. So plants have plant cells, animals have animal cell. The wood, the trees, the grass have what? A plant cell. However, for you to see the plant cell, you have to cut a piece and create a slide and take it to a microscope. However, we don't have that here in our local area, but you'll learn that in details next year when you are doing grade 10. So I will give you a class activity now whereby you'll take that on your textbook. The class activity, it's on page 22. That part, it's just say you'll just simply differentiate between a plant and animal cells, and then you draw. How are you going to do that? You will tabulate differences between a plant and animal cell. This is just a short activity, just for you to see how far are you with what I've just explained. And also, there is if anyone has a question for now with regards to what I just said, they can ask me. Anyone with a question? Okay, I forgot to mention something to you guys. When you are tabulating, always ensure that you do what? You draw a table using a pencil. Pencils are used for what? For drawing. And you write using what? A pen. For sure, you all have what? Your mathematical instruments, right? Yes. You draw a table to tabulate, and then you write the main topic. Write it. Please don't forget the date. Learners, please don't forget the date. Yes. Everyone now, I'm expecting everyone is writing. Take out your class book works. We are doing this activity short, quick and easy. We're gonna mark it now. Anyone that is done with number 1 of drawing the table? I just want to check. Okay. So let's just mark this work. For sure, all of you now are done with this class activity. Okay, number 1, give yourself a mark if you did draw a table using a pencil. Right. Give yourself a mark if you mentioned the following on animal cell: a cytoplasm not present, a vacuole not present in animal cell. Give yourself a mark if you mentioned that a chloroplast is not present in an animal cell. Give yourself a mark if you did mention that a cell wall is not present in an animal cell. Right. So now we will come to the conclusion of our lesson. I will explain that further just to wrap everything up. So we were speaking of the differences and so on.